Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a 10-minute flexibility practice centered on the spine. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and find me on Omstars one day, which is my online channel. I'd love to see you there. Now let's practice for today. Come to a comfortable seated position. Close the eyes. Let's bring the hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Let's get started on the hands and knees. So let's come on over to the hands and knees. We're going to begin with the cat and cow movement, which will bring mobility and flexibility into the spine. So let's inhale, extend the spine. A long, deep breath in. Exhale, round, draw it under. Inhale, extend, a long, deep breath in. Exhale, round, draw under. Last one. Inhale, extend, a long, deep breath in. Exhale, it's round and under. Come back to neutral. From the neutral position, then separate the knees a little bit, sink the hips back, and we'll move into the frog pose so we can just sink the torso a little bit down. Then, bringing the hands a little bit close to each other, let's externally rotate the shoulders. And since we're working on spinal flexibility, I'd like you to keep your chest a little bit elevated and gaze forward. And we'll hold this for 5. And we can think about the rib cage or even the lower portion of the sternum reaching towards the ground, so we can begin to recruit a little bit of spinal extension in the upper back. We'll stay here for 3, 4, we're almost there. 5, inhale, bring the knees towards each other. Now puppy pose, let's walk the hands a little bit forward. Externally rotate the shoulders, and then exhale. We can aim the top of around the hairline towards the head. We'll stay there for a few breaths, top of the forehead towards the mat. If that feels good, you might be able to change, placing the chest on the mat, and we'll stay for 1, 2, try to keep the chin up if we're working this one, 3, keep working, 4, almost there, 5, press into the elbows, let's come forward, Cobra pose. Draw the thigh bones towards each other, just keep it easy, no forcefulness. Elbows down. Now in the Cobra pose, the idea is not to just round and push and hunker down. We want to soften through the joints of the spine. So let's just get that nice softening action first. Sometimes making a longer Cobra can help you soften a little bit. Now the trick is when we begin to strengthen the back muscles and activate to keep that length and softness as much as you can. So let's lift the kneecaps lightly. Gently root the elbows down and feel the abdominal muscles releasing as you lift up through the center of the head. And then feel the upper back muscles lifting the rib cage away from the hips. And we'll stay here for 2, 3, almost there, 4, and 5. Now place the lower ribs on the ground, tuck the chin just a little bit down, and then reach the hands back. Fingernails on the ground, flip the palm, and we are in Shalabhasana position. We'll hold this for 1. Tips of the toes, the big toes reaching towards each other a little bit. 3. You want to feel your back muscles working. The glutes can engage just a little bit. 4, we're almost there. 5, good job. Good job. Let's take the hands down. Release through the neck, hands on the ground. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the center of the chest. Inhale, upward facing. Big breath in. Exhale, downward facing. Nice. Saying hello to downward facing for a moment. Gently swaying the hips. Switching the gaze lightly forward. Let's come down onto the knees. Sink down for a moment, then inhale, come up to a kneeling position, separating the knees to hips width or slightly wider apart. Now let's prepare for Ustrasana, or the camel pose. We'll go through a couple of different options here. First, let's inhale, lift the center of the chest up. So again, we get that space between the ribs and the hips. Next, let's interlace the fingers, rolling the shoulders forward, and then slowly beginning to feel the back bend. For some of you, this is enough. And then next, let's try to curl the toes under and reach the fingertips back to the heels. Or if that feels comfortable for you, then let's reach the hands. So the heels of the hands reach back to the heels of the feet. Let's roll the shoulders lightly forward. Gaze at the nose tip, whichever variation feels right for you today. Lengthen the back as much as possible and stay. 1, 2, 3. Steady breathing. 4, almost there. 5, inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, slowly sink down. Take a moment, wrapping the fingers back. Let's exhale. Child's pose. Let's give the spine a moment to equalize. Very good. Deep breathing. One more breath here. Now, slowly take the hands forward. Let's walk the legs again back, and then exhale all the way down. Coming gently down onto the elbows, let's bend the knees. As we bend the knees, and then reaching the hands lightly to the sides. We'll separate the feet a little bit and reach back, and you can hold on to your ankles. We'll do Dhanurasana position, or the bow pose. If you can't hold on to the ankles, you can wrap a strap around them, or you can hold on to the feet. And then, after you get a firm grip on the ankles, then kick back with the legs, pull lightly forward with the shoulders. Try to keep the feet together, but if they separate, just don't let them separate too much. We'll stay here. We have 1, 2, nice and steady. 3, equal pressure with the arms and the legs. 4, almost there. 5, let's release. Come down for a moment and just rest the head down on the hands, letting the back completely release. That's good. Okay, let's come lightly up for a moment, and we're going to grab 2 yoga blocks. And if you don't have blocks, you can just do this without the blocks, or you can get 2 books that you might have at home. Then, placing the blocks under the elbows. Now this is that elevated Cobra position. So again, feeling the length and the release. So the upper back is a really important part of the back bending journey. Now, placing the hands on the blocks, taking a moment to get everything situated well. Then, pressing down through the hands. Inhale, upward facing. Let the lower back start to lengthen so we can move the shoulders back instead of keeping them forward, and we'll hold that for 1. Think shoulders back. 2, so they're no longer on top of the palms, but back from the palms. 3, almost there. 4, last big breath. 5, roll over the toes. Let's come on back, step off the blocks, downward facing for a few breaths, and we have 1, 2, 3, easy does it. 4, and 5. Let's cross the feet and exhale. Come on down to seated. You can move your blocks over to the side. Let's stretch the legs out, and we'll move in the opposite direction. Inhale, a big breath in, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Exhale, fold. We can switch the grip to the big toes or hold on to the feet, and we'll stay for 1. Deep breathing. 2, 3, 4, 1 more breath. 5, inhale, let's straighten the arms. Exhale here. Cross your feet, return to seated. Feel that mobilization rolling through the spine, the length and the spaciousness. Then let's close the eyes and bring the hands together. Feeling breath, body, and mind in harmony. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love.